Welcome to Lucy and Zari's Dreamworld, a place where imagination knows no bounds and every corner holds a new adventure waiting to be discovered. A place where tiny thoughts lead to big dreams, where the sky is painted with pastel hues and the sunbeams dance through the trees, creating a magical tapestry of light and shadow. Here, in this serene meadow filled with wildflowers, and by the tranquil lake that mirrors the first light of dawn, every story hides a lesson for life. Stay curious, stay positive, embrace the wonder that surrounds you. Notice the delicate dewdrops on the leaves, each one a tiny world of its own, reflecting the beauty of the forest. Listen to the gentle river as it flows through the heart of the woods, whispering secrets of nature and time. Today's story is about habits, how the smallest steps can change everything. It's a tale of transformation, of how consistent small actions can lead to monumental changes in our lives. Lucy and Zari were best friends who loved exploring new ideas and learning together. They spent countless hours wandering through the forest, their minds buzzing with curiosity and excitement. They often talked about their dreams and how they could achieve them. Lucy, with her thoughtful demeanor, would ponder deeply, while Zari, always the encourager, would smile and offer her unwavering support. One day, they decided to focus on building good habits to make their dreams come true. They realized that even the smallest step, taken consistently, could lead to significant progress over time. Together, they explored the magic of tiny habits, discovering how small changes could lead to remarkable transformations. Sitting by the tranquil lake, they would discuss their plans, each idea sparking a new possibility. Lucy began practicing a new habit, and with Zari cheering her on, she felt more motivated than ever. Each day she took a small step, and with each step she grew more confident and closer to her dreams. They celebrated every small victory, understanding that each one was a building block towards their larger goals. Their friendship grew stronger as they supported each other through every challenge and triumph. They created a vision board, pinning their dreams and goals, and watched as their aspirations began to take shape. The vision board became a daily reminder of what they were working towards and kept them focused and inspired. They helped each other, sharing ideas and strategies, and learned that collaboration and mutual support were key to their success. They discovered that together, they were unstoppable. As they reflected on their journey, watching the sunset paint the sky with brilliant colors, they realized how far they had come. The small steps they had taken had led to a beautiful transformation, both in their lives and in their friendship. Join us as we dive into their enchanting adventure, where every small step counts and dreams come true. Together, we will explore the power of tiny habits and the magic they bring to our lives. Stay with us, and let's embark on this journey of growth and discovery. It was a slow morning in the dream world. Lucy, the curious dreamer, hit snooze on her dream alarm. Again. She had promised herself to wake up early, meditate, and read. But not today. The sun was just beginning to rise, casting a gentle glow over the landscape. The birds were chirping softly, and the world seemed to be waking up with a sense of calm and tranquility. Lucy, however, felt the weight of her dreams pulling her back into the comfort of her bed. She had always been a night owl, finding solace in the quiet hours of the night, but she knew that the early morning held a different kind of magic, a magic she had yet to fully embrace.
Zari, her little friend, entered with a smile. She had started waking up early just 2 weeks ago. Zari was a bundle of energy and positivity, always looking for ways to improve herself and her surroundings. She had read countless books on self-improvement and had recently stumbled upon the concept of atomic habits. The idea that small, consistent changes could lead to significant improvements fascinated her. She was determined to share this newfound knowledge with Lucy, hoping to inspire her friend to make small changes in her own life.
Zari's voice echoed in the room. She had a way of making even the simplest ideas sound profound. Her enthusiasm was contagious, and Lucy couldn't help but feel a spark of curiosity. Zari had always been the more disciplined of the two, but she never made Lucy feel inadequate. Instead, she encouraged her to find her own path and to take small steps towards her goals. Zari, VO. Lucy, what if I told you, change doesn't have to be big? What if I told you that by making tiny adjustments to your daily routine, you could achieve the things you've always dreamed of? It's not about overhauling your entire life overnight. It's about making small, manageable changes that add up over time.
Lucy, still groggy, responded. She had heard about the concept of atomic habits before, but she had never really given it much thought. The idea of making small changes seemed almost too simple to be effective. But as she listened to Zari, she began to see the potential. Maybe, just maybe, this was the key to unlocking the life she had always wanted. Lucy, VO. What do you mean? How can small changes make a big difference? I've always thought that in order to achieve something significant, I needed to make drastic changes. But if what you're saying is true, then maybe I've been going about it all wrong.
Zari sat down next to Lucy and explained how small changes could lead to big results. She talked about the power of consistency and how even the smallest actions, when repeated regularly, could lead to significant improvements. They decided to start their journey of building atomic habits together. They made a pact to support each other and to celebrate their small victories along the way. As they sat by the window, bathed in the soft morning light, they felt a sense of hope and excitement for the future. They knew that the road ahead would not always be easy, but they were ready to take the first step, one small change at a time.
Zari explained something she read in a book. A habit is the compound interest of self-improvement. Even 1% better every day adds up. She had always been fascinated by the idea that small, consistent actions could lead to significant changes over time. It was a concept that resonated deeply with her, especially in a world where instant gratification often overshadowed the value of patience and persistence. She shared this insight with Lucy, hoping to inspire her to see the power in small daily improvements. Zari, VO. It's like watering a seed. You don't see it grow in one day, but one day it blooms. Just like a gardener tends to their plants with care and consistency, we must nurture our habits with the same dedication. Each drop of water, each moment of attention, contributes to the growth that eventually becomes visible. It's a process that requires faith and patience, but the results are always worth the wait. Lucy's eyes widened with curiosity. She had never thought about habits in this way before. The idea that small actions could accumulate into something significant was both intriguing and empowering. She began to wonder about the habits she could start cultivating in her own life. What small changes could she make that would lead to a better version of herself over time? Lucy, VO. So, if I meditate for just 2 minutes every day, that counts? She asked, her voice filled with a mix of skepticism and hope. She had always thought that meaningful change required grand gestures and significant time commitments. The idea that something as simple as 2 minutes of meditation could make a difference was a revelation. Zari, VO. More than you think, she replied with a knowing smile. It's the consistency that matters, not the duration. Over time, those 2 minutes will become a habit, and you might find yourself naturally extending the time because it feels good. the key is to start small and be consistent. That's how real change happens. They decided to start with small habits and gradually build on them. They made a list of habits they wanted to develop and set a plan to follow. Each habit was chosen with care, ensuring it was manageable and meaningful. They knew that by focusing on small, consistent actions, they could create a ripple effect that would lead to significant improvements in their lives. They felt a sense of excitement and empowerment as they embarked on this journey of self-improvement, one small step at a time. They used tools like calendars and reminders to keep themselves on track. Each day, they would check off their completed habits, feeling a sense of accomplishment with each mark. It was a visual representation of their progress, a daily reminder that they were moving closer to their goals. The act of checking off each habit became a rewarding ritual, reinforcing their commitment to their self-improvement journey. They also supported each other, sharing their progress and celebrating their successes together. This mutual encouragement created a positive feedback loop, making it easier to stay motivated and committed. They realized that having a support system was crucial in maintaining their new habits, and they made a point to be there for each other, offering words of encouragement and celebrating even the smallest victories. As the days turned into weeks, they began to notice subtle changes in themselves. They felt more focused, more at peace, and more in control of their lives. The small habits they had started with were beginning to take root, and they could see the early signs of growth. It was a gradual process, but each day brought them a little closer to the people they wanted to become. They understood that the journey of self-improvement was ongoing, and there would always be new habits to cultivate and new goals to achieve. But they were no longer daunted by the prospect of change. They had learned the power of the 1% rule, and they knew that with patience and persistence, they could achieve anything they set their minds to. The future looked bright, and they were ready to embrace it, one small step at a time.
Zari showed Lucy the 4 laws of habits that could turn their dreams into routines.
They discussed each law in detail and how they could apply them to their daily lives.
They decided to start with the first law and make their habits obvious. Make it obvious. Zari tied a ribbon to Lucy's teacup, a reminder to journal after tea. Every habit needs a gentle nudge. They also placed sticky notes around the house with reminders of their habits. This way, they would always be reminded of what they needed to do. Make it attractive. Lucy and Zari created a cozy spot near the window with a blanket, candles, and Lucy's favorite reading chair. They also added some of their favorite books and a journal to the spot. This made it a place they looked forward to spending time in.
Make it easy. Just 2 minutes of journaling. Start so small you can't say no. Lucy and Zari also decided to start with just a few habits at a time, so they wouldn't feel overwhelmed. This made it easier for them to stick to their new routines.
Make it satisfying. Lucy drew a gold star in her dream tracker. The sparkle made her smile. They also celebrated their small wins by treating themselves to something they enjoyed, like a favorite snack or a fun activity. This made the process of building habits more enjoyable.
Days passed, and something beautiful began. Lucy didn't need reminders anymore. Her tiny habits became a rhythm, and each action was a gentle vote for the person she wanted to become.
Lucy VO. Zari, I think I'm becoming someone new.
Zari VO, you're just becoming you, one step at a time. They continued to support each other and share their progress. This made their journey of building habits more fun and rewarding.
The book had one more powerful idea. Don't chase goals, build identity. Zari, VO. Say, I'm not trying to be disciplined, I am disciplined. I'm not trying to meditate, I am a calm soul.
From that day, Lucy stopped asking how to be better and started saying, I am becoming. They realized that building habits was not just about achieving goals, but about becoming the best version of themselves.
Sometimes success isn't loud. It's a quiet morning with a peaceful heart or a journal filled with your thoughts.
And sometimes, it begins with Lucy and Zari in a dream world learning the power of atomic habits. They continued to build their habits and support each other. They also shared their journey with others, inspiring them to start their own journey of building atomic habits.
Thank you for watching this cozy journey with Lucy and Zari. We hope this story inspired you to take one tiny step today. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to join our peaceful tribe. Stay curious, stay positive with us. Until next time, from Lucy and Zari's Dream World, sweet dreams and mindful mornings. They ended their story with a message of encouragement and positivity, hoping to inspire others to start their own journey of building atomic habits.